Shri Ujjvala Nilmani Udipan Prakaran, Chapter 10. We are hearing about the close objects. This is text 75, 76. Things closely related by the beloved are remnants of flowers and other things offered to the beloved. We heard about peacock feathers, gunja berries, mineral pigments from the hills and mountains, the herd of cows, the stick, flute, buffalo horn bugle, the sight of his friends, dust raised by the cows, Vrindavan forest, the inhabitants of the forest, and the deer and animals of the forest, Govardhan hill, Yamuna river, Rasastali, and other places of Krishna's pastimes. These are all Udipan. Krishna Rati is rising in the heart through these mentioned objects. We heard about gunja berry, peacock feather, minerals from the mountains. Examples were given. So yesterday we had no katha. Because of this Chandra Grahan, one should not touch Thakurji, and he considers Bhagavatam and the scriptures also as a sarup of Krishna. Therefore, he didn't want to give katha yesterday, not touch the scriptures. Only bhajan should be performed. This is what everybody did yesterday. One can be saying katha without touching the scriptures. This can be done, but Harinam Jap was performed yesterday, mainly at that time of Chandra Grahan. Then we had Haridas Thakur's festival, and we heard katha of the life history of Haridas Thakur. So 2 days we didn't hear from Ujjvala Nilmani, so some repetition or some we will repeat now a little bit. Ata Baraha Gunja, text 79. Lalita Madhav, an example from Lalita Madhav. Very dear is the peacock feather and the gunja berries to Krishna. Krishna loves peacock feathers and gunja berries. Therefore, getting darshan of these items, Rati is rising in the heart. In the dasa of Purvarag, here Radharani received remnants from Krishna, and Mukara informs Purnamasi about Radharani's activities, like what Radharani was experiencing while receiving Krishna's remnants. She is saying, it seems as if Radharani is possessed by a ghost. Sometimes she is laughing, sometimes she is crying, and she looks at a picture, a peacock feather, or a kunja mala. Upon seeing peacock feathers in front of her, this girl suddenly begins trembling. When she sees kunja berries, she constantly cries with tears in her eyes. I do not know if some young demon had possessed her heart, causing astonishment by unprecedented dancing. So it doesn't seem to be remnants. She only looks at a peacock feather and kunja berries and associates immediately, like connects them with Krishna. So this is the Purva Raga, anticipation before meeting. Purnamasi thinks now a meeting must be arranged, seeing Radharani's moods. Purnamasi went to Radharani. Purnamasi says to Jutila and Kutila, your Bahu, like Radha, she is possessed by a ghost. It is not an aggressive ghost, it is not a dangerous one, but we have to get rid of him. We have to do puja part. Then he will disappear and he will leave the body of Radha. This Devata is residing in a Kadamba tree at the Yamuna, shore of the Yamuna. Kaliya Kumbha is the name of this Devata, or this ghost, this Devata who has taken over Radharani's body. He saw the beauty of Radharani and had taken over her body, entered into her body. So we have to perform puja. Then he will leave the body of Radha. We have to perform a puja of this Devata. I will take your Bahu with me, Purnamasi is saying. We will go to the Yamuna, it is Kadamba tree. This Devata is such a Devata who cannot tolerate the presence of widows. So only young, unmarried, like young chaste girls can come. So you, like Purnamasi is saying to Jutila Kutila, can't come with us. So Purnamasi takes Radha, arranges a meeting between Radha and Krishna. So this condition in which Radharani here has come is out of prem for Krishna after seeing the peacock feather and guja berries, which are very dear to Krishna. Like vastu items which make Bhagavad Prem rise in the heart. Vishnu Das Goswami is giving some commentary here from Vidakta Madhav.
Krishnani katakcharangi vidalam gopangananam daya tanyatra shiyayi nimishum muktani nitramnati tanne tani bhavannavanjanatano kunjabalinam chalat Insanam cha sada prasada nadiya sandharayan nandasi. तात्कृष्टानि कटाक्ष भंगी विरलम गोपांगनानां त्वया। श्री गोविंद से कह रही है विशाखा जी कि देखिए
Vishaka here is speaking to Krishna. See, Shyamasundar,
भंगी है ना, इस कटाक्ष भंगी से आप गोपांगनाओं को आश
through your sidelong glance, you are attracting all the gopis of Vraj. You attract the mind of these gopis. You attract to their sidelong glance all these the gopis and their minds, mainly their minds of these gopis. So they are staring at you with unblinking eyes. This is their condition. So they are without mind because you have stolen away their mind. Somebody is speaking to these gopis. They don't answer accordingly because they are without mind. Through your eyes you have stolen away their chitta, their heart, their mind. And see, your divine body, which is blackish in color. Sometimes Krishna's complexion is compared to a blue lotus, to a black cloud, to a tamal tree. And it's very shining, very sparkling, very effulgent, blackish but divine and effulgent. So your body is already capable to attract all the hearts of the gopis, but this Gunja mala, which is decorating your beautiful body, and your peacock feather decorating your beautiful hair. This peacock feather and the Gunja berry mala is also capable to fully mesmerize the hearts of the gopis. Yeah, more pitch, peacock feather and Gunja berries are also mentioned from Vidakta Madhav. Text 80 describes Dhatu, minerals from the mountain. Mainly here, Govardhan is producing different pigments, and Krishna's body is decorated with these Dhatu mineral pigments. The sakas are painting on Krishna's cheeks, his arms, his chest. Abhira Vindadipa, text 80. Shiptendra Gopang Surapang Shuluyam Tanoti Ragam Mamadha Churagaha. गोवर्धन की तलहटी में विशाखा जी के साथ पुष्प चयन करने आई है हमारी राधा रानी. Radharani came to the feet of Govardhan together with Vishaka to pluck flowers. So Radharani sees the red minerals of Govardhan and she becomes amazed and like stunned. All kinds of bhavs manifest on Radharani's body while seeing this dhatu. And Radharani starts to mention or describe this Udipan of mineral pigments. She's saying these uncontaminated, bright mineral pigments that decorate the body of the prince of the cowherds and that deride the color of the conchineal insect make me thirsty to see him. In the rainy season, there are little insects which take birth in a great amount, like they take birth, especially in the rainy season, and they have a body which is reddish in color. They're used, it says in the dictionary, also as a natural dye, these insects. So here the color of these insects is reddish, and here it's described that the dhatu defeats the color of these certain insects. Seeing these pigments, my ashakti for Krishna is rising or is increasing in my heart. Text 81, Naichiki, here the cows as in Udipan. Seeing cows, Krishna Bhav is rising in the heart. One should get darshan of Gau Mata early in the morning. One should touch a cow. One should touch like the feet of a cow or touch a cow. Gomata darshan is very important. So looking, touching a cow, all sins are destroyed. One gets the result of taking bath millions of times in the Ganga, only by touching the cow. So here the cow is in Udipan, Padma Saki, Saki of Chandravali here. She sends a message to Krishna when he is residing in Mathura. Sandhya Jyoti Vilasati. Kashtam Chandravali Katham Pranabandham Karoti. Here Padma then is saying to Krishna, I have to convey a message to you. So here's Sandesh, conveying a message. This duty, messenger Gopi, is reciting that what is told to her. So here Padma is saying, I was instructed to send a message to you. She's saying, when Chandravali sees the cows in the pen at sunset, mooing in separation from you, she becomes miserable, absorbed in thought. So the cows are so much in separation from you, they are not making any sound, they are not mooing. In this way, my Saki Chandravali, she looks at these cows and becomes even more immersed in separation. When you are sad, and when you see others who are also sad, your suffering or sadness is increasing. When you see somebody in Krishna Viraha, your Krishna Viraha is also increasing. Here, Chandravali sees the condition of the cows and she becomes miserable, absorbed in thoughts of you. How can my Sakhi Chandravali remain alive in separation from you? When you are not coming to see her, she may not be able to remain alive. O King of the Yadavas, in this circumstance, how will she be able to remain alive? Then Vishnudas Goswami with Dr. Madhav, an example, describing cows as an Udipan or Bale even. Uttam Gaya, like a very special, pure cow, high quality cow. Like when there are Param Bhagavat Vaishnavas who are very elevated, so more prem is rising in the heart while seeing Premi Bhakta. So here, a very pure, high-class cow is given as an example.
Mandalo Naichikanam Chakri Bhati Priyo Me Parimala Lulito Pulla Padma Kapudmi Kapudmeta Shan Kudu Sharban और यहाँ बयानी बोल देते हैं
Bale is like an ox, no?
आजकल लोग भी खत्म हो गया और शार्स ये
Nandi, a male cow, a bale, an ox.
इसके श्री अंग से आप सामान्य रूप से जो बैल है ना उसमें अलग ही घटना निकलती है पर इस बैल से कमल की सुगंध
Here from this certain cow, from this ox, very special lotus fragrances emanating. And a symptom of a very high-class Uttam guy is that the horns are rising up like they are straight, going up in the sky. They are straight. They're reddish in color, these horns. And very beautiful eyes. He has reddish also in color, although reddish but very beautifully shaped, and the eyes are beautiful. It is a bale and ox which belongs to Thakurji, decorated with garlands and necklaces. And a very long tail is also a symptom of an Uttam guy, Uttam cow. Reaching the ground, like touching the Mother Earth. Very huge body, like a Kailash, like a mountain. And whitish in color. So Kailash is whitish in color. Therefore here the example is given, a cow resembling the Kailash Parvat. very high horns. When he is moving, it seems as if he is piercing in the clouds. With his horns. So these cows are very dear to Krishna. Like from the body, a fragrance of lotus is emanating. So getting darshan of this kind of Nandi, this kind of special bull. It is in Udipan, and bhakti is rising in the heart. So he's saying it's important to do some cow seva, so giving them something to eat. Or it is very auspicious. This Vraj is called Gokul, because many cows are residing here. Go means cows. So wherever cows are, it's Gosthanam. Vraj is also called Gokul. So the cow here, Nandi, they are all Udipans, getting darshan of these Uttam cows. It makes Krishna Prem rise in the heart. Text 82, Lagudi, the stick, Vishtapya Yambuvi Pura. The cowherd stick as an Udipan. Krishna has gone to Mathura. He has not taken his lakuti, like the cowherd stick, with him, also not his vangsi. Seeing this lakuti, getting darshan of this cowherd stick of Krishna, one gopi is lamenting. She's saying, supporting the stick on the ground, Krishna, attractive on Govardhan hill, with his hand and charming chin resting on its tip, gave us joy, gave us great joy. Now that stick treasures my heart. We see this kind of pictures, how Krishna is resting his hands on this stick, and then on his hands he is placing his chin. So this beautiful, Bhangi, beautiful position in which he is attracting the gopis very much. So getting darshan of this stick, gopi, remember Krishna who had gone to Mathura. He gave us great joy when he was residing in Vraj. Now it's very sad that he has gone, because now that stick is piercing our heart, treasures my heart. So Prem is rising and Viraha is also rising by getting darshan of this lakuti, the stick Krishna uses for cowherding. A verse from Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu. The lakuti is described here.
Gandine Kiranam, Gandine Kiranam, Shailu, Dharanadya, Chachishtikam.
It is blackish in color, like Thakur. 3 hands of height, has the handle like covered with gold. Beautifully covered with gold, where Krishna is placing his hand. 3 hands in height. So we see in the temple also Thakurji has this lakuti, and it is made out of silver, sometimes gold or metal. When he is herding the cows, when he is playing at Bandyavan, when he is lifting Govardhan also, he has this lakuti in his hand. So in one hand he has this stick, and in the other hand, with the other hand he lifts Govardhan in this post. So he is standing there. Vidakta Madhav, Lalit Madhav, 2 examples more are given here.
Amira Gatim Pratipadayanti Shobha Bahuva Parama Paramashriyashti. The Madhusudan की जो अनिश्चित ध्वनि है उससे गाय को एकत्रित करती है और गाय को चलाने में लकुटी भी सहायक है.
Krishna takes the flute to assemble all the cows, and with his stick he is making them walk in a certain direction, and he is guiding them. So the flute and the stick are needed for cow herding. So he's showing Krishna, I am a cowherd boy and I'm the crestful amongst the cowherd boys. So he's posing like this with his beautiful cowherd stick, his flute in his hand, going for cow herding. So seeing this stick, prem is rising in the heart of the gopis. Chavim abhishamam agrahaste najashti jushta sromi tatarchya ashau pitapattam sukhina ennan indivaram avidarut sarpivikanti sarpivikanti purai ravinina viharati premalakshmi vimartaha. ये बड़ा नीला छवि ठाकुर की छवि कैसी नीली छवि है. ये ठाकुर's face is described as bluish in complexion, like he is bluish in complexion. His face is very shining, effulgent, and he has a kuti in his hand. He's wearing a beautiful pitamba, and his hand is cowherd stick. His effulgence, his beautiful bodily complexion is defeating the beauty of a blue lotus, mesmerizing the heart of all the gopis. Getting like darshan, the gopis becomes mesmerized. Premi Lakshmi, Vidyavatu Jivanam, like the wealth of prem is here described as Lakshmi. Prem Lakshmi. Everything is prem. Prem is the highest wealth. Nothing is higher than prem. So Prem Rupi Lakshmi is manifesting in the heart of the gopis. So like a whirlpool of this prem is manifesting as if like the Kanti, the beautiful vision of Krishna is churning the hearts. His bluish complexion, his murali, his pitamba, his cowherd stick, they all are a reason for the gopis to come in this condition.
Shuslakshanayantar nija mushti meya hastatrayi manamanotirupaya bhumishtaya shyamalakanti jushtaya jashyabhijas ashtam vitah dakshakam kul param tejashti सुंदर चिकन है, चिकना चिकनी है, मुट्ठी हाथ में मुट्ठी में ले लो, मोटी नहीं होती, मुट्ठी में आ जाए, हस्तत्री की हाथ लंबी होती, मनोहर सुंदर दृष्टि है.
Here now also the cowherd stick is described. What we just heard, like blackish in color, Shyamal Kanti, blackish in color, is this stick. The handle is covered with gold, 3 hands in height. So here now again the Venu comes then in text 83 as an Udipan. So Thakurji is not even playing on the flute, only getting darshan of the Venu. It is an Udipan for the gopis. Venu yataha ridi nyasta vangsitat.
Tadarasudhamagiti Hridinyastavaṅshi Tadadarasudhamagiti Maya Durantam Vislesha Jwaragara Garalavasyasamaitum Vitena Saturnam Satagunamidam Yadavapate Virato yatrisha Savidhanahi vata praharati.
Here Govinda went to Mathura. So Radharani comes in touch with Krishna's flute. She takes Krishna's flute in her hand and she drowns in an ocean of great viraha. Here Lalita cannot see Radharani's condition. Like we heard how Padma is sending a message to Krishna, describing Chandravali's condition. Here Lalita sends a message through a swan to Krishna. When you meet Shyamasundar or Vasudev Nandan, he became Yadavendra. You narrate the message I tell you to him, like Radhalita speaks to this swan. He became a king now. He was a cowherd boy here in Vraj, but now he changed his external appearance. He was a cowherd boy, now he became a king. He is now a kshatriya, a king. He is living in opulence, in great opulence. So Lalita is sending this message. NilamaniCh10T83.
Videne Saturinam Satagunamidam Yadavapate Virattu Yatrisha Tamidhanayivaka Praharati. The Mathur Viraha pe Radharaniya Shaktiyan Thakur ko
Here in Mathur Viraha, the gopis address Krishna as Yadavanath, Yadavpati, Mathuranath. Because your flute, Lalita says here Mathuranath, because your flute contains the nectar of your lips, I placed it against Radha's heart to counteract the unbearable poison of separation from you. Instead of counteracting the poison, that flute increased the poison by hundreds of times. O king of the Yadavas, if the master is disinterested in her, cannot the servant then attack her? So Radharani comes in this condition as if she has taken poison. So here Lalita is thinking that Radharani is in a great separation from Krishna. She takes Krishna's flute and she thinks the flute is always drinking the nectar of Krishna's lips. I place it at Radharani's heart and then for sure she will be cured. But the opposite had happened. What happened? The flute increased the poison by hundreds of times. Instead of counteracting the poison of Viraha, immediately it increased the poison of hundreds of times. So today here the Vangsi is giving Radharani also so much pain. Those who perform puja to Hari, those who please Hari, Tashmin Tushte Jagatushte, the whole universe becomes pleased with that person. It becomes dear to everybody, to the whole universe. So all become pleased if you only worship Hari. Everything becomes favorable and Hari is pleased. But if Hari is not pleased, everything becomes pratikul. Even your friends turn against you. So here today Radharani is fallen in this vipatti, in this stage of great lamentation. And even the flute is giving her suffering. So when Hari is not pleased, he is saying, nobody is pleased. Lalita here is saying, like the Fangsi, the flute, is in Udipan. Krishna Prem is rising in the heart, but here the opposite is attained. Like in Viraha, it is even increasing, this mood of Viraha.
इस प्रकार वंशी की महिमा केवल धनुबादन में केवल वेणु की महिमा है। तो वेणु दर्शन से भी वंशी के दर्शन से भाव करता है। इसीलिए तो वेणु से गोपियां कहती हैं ना,
the gopis are saying, especially in Venu Geet, this verse, here Radharani, she is saying in Gopi Geet, are they gopis? Kim Acharadaram, this Venu, this flute, what tapasya, what activities the flute must have performed. This nectar of Krishna's lips is our wealth, but she is stealing it. Being a Purush, being male, still the flute is drinking continuously the nectar of Krishna's lips. A Purush, a male, is drinking the nectar of a male. Is he not feeling shy? He should feel shy doing this. And more astonishing than this, the remnants of this Venu is washed into the waters of the Yamuna and Manasiganga. Manasiganga, Yamuna come in contact with this Ujjvala. When Krishna is taking a bath in the Yamuna or Manasiganga, he is taking his flute with him. So then, so the gopis speak in this bath, in this mood, that the Yamuna is drinking even the Ujjvala of this flute. And then the gopis speak in their baths that at the Yamuna there are trees, and then they drink also this, the remnants from this flute, like the Ujjvala of the flute. This water is coming into the roots of these trees, and they become in great ecstasy. The hairs are standing on end. So Venu is made out of bamboo. These species of bamboos become very proud. Our child has taken such a high position, is so elevated, so exalted. It becomes a great sadhu. He is given the example when somebody becomes a devotee, the whole dynasty, the old forefathers, grandfathers, they become all very absorbed in great bliss. Because they will all be influenced, will become delivered. When a Vaishnava is a Vaishnava can deliver like many generations. So that all the forefathers become very happy when there is a Vaishnava in that dynasty. So So here the trees are also in ecstasy, especially the bamboos, thinking like, oh, in our dynasty a pure devotee has taken birth. Like the flute is a pure devotee, resting always in the hand of Krishna. The mood here of Mahaprabhu in Radhabhav are the gopis, which tapasya this gopi has performed, which mantra it has chanted, to which places he has traveled. When we know the tapasya, the sadhana of the flute, we will also perform such tapasya. So when the flute would be qualified, she could do it like drinking the nectar of Govinda, but actually he is ayogya, not qualified to do this. Still he's drinking it. We are qualified. He is our husband. We are the priyas of Govinda, the beloveds of Govinda. This vastu belongs to us, but this piece of wood is unqualified. Still it drinks it. So which tapasya this flute has performed? When we know it, we do that same tapasya. And then we will also get that great fortune the flute has attained. So the flute is glorified everywhere. Here, although the flute is not played, but seeing only the flute, prem is rising in the heart of the gopis. Text 84, the horn, we had already, but this is already again mentioned here, the buffalo horn. So here then the friends of Krishna, seeing Subal, Radharani's prem is rising for Krishna. So Subal is very dear to Govinda, Lalita very dear to Radharani. So here Subal is an Udipan for Radha. Then Goduli, so we will hear all these other Udipans tomorrow. बोलिए श्री राधा नयनानंद महाराज की भगवान श्रीमद रूप गोस्वामी महाराज उज्जवल नीलमणि की हरि शुरुआत सब संतों की सब भक्तों की आज के आनंद की जय।